That's kind of embarrassing, man.
I am a little embarrassed.
My starting roster wasn't expected to compete, and I'm missing like half of those guys.
I know.
3 defensemen, multiple top 6 guys, some depth guys. I mean, it's bad, man. Buffalo could beat us right now.
They beat us a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, brother. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Nashville could beat us right now.
Lost to them on Wednesday.
Oh.
They scored 5 in the third period to beat us. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure my goaltenders owe money to the mob at this point.
Dude.
You're right. No. I get it. I gotta work through it. You're right. I should have a better attitude. Things are gonna get better. I gotta believe. I gotta believe in me, and a better attitude would go a long way. I've gotta find it.
No. You should be devastated. Downright ashamed of yourself. You're just bumming me out, and I want you to stop.
Low quality fans, a high quality Bruins team that is a dub. We're just going back and forth every other video, you know. We got a dub. We're gonna have a loss. We're gonna have a dub. We would like a couple dubs in a row, but we'll take him how we can get him. Especially right now. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. Check out the Discord. Check out the YouTube membership. All that good stuff. I feel really good about this win. Mostly because any points you can put together with this current on-ice product is a friggin' miracle. It's a miracle. Where would we be without Morgan? I am elite geeky. The predictions for him might have been a little negative. Might have been a little not optimistic enough about what he would put together. My God, where would we be without him right now? So let's talk about this Red Wings team for a second. And I'm going to talk too much about them, but shout out Jambi. You guys know who Jambi is. I just have a soft spot for the Red Wings. And the reason, you know why I have a soft spot for the Red Wings? A, we say this all the time in the Short Shift podcast. You should check it out too. The league is a better place when Detroit is good. That hockey city is phenomenal. Their fan base is phenomenal. It's a true hockey town, and when that team is good, it's just a really fun atmosphere, and it's a scary franchise. It's one of those franchises, like, I think as Bruins fans sometimes, maybe not everyone thinks of it this way, but I kind of do. I take for granted some of the matchups that we get. But every now and again, like when the Habs come around and they're actually good, you get a little nervous, right? You get this feeling. It's fun, this fun feeling of like, I really care how this game ends. And right now, I don't think either the Bruins or the Red Wings are making anyone shake in their boots. But when we're both good and playing each other, it gets nasty and it gets fun. I don't know. So, A, the league is a better place when that franchise is good. And B, yes, they went to 25 straight playoffs or whatever the actual number is. And yes, there's no reason to feel bad for the fan base. But over the last 9 years, I think it is, since that drought started, they have picked in the top 10 of the first round 7 times, which makes sense. They've been really bad for most of the decade, right? 7 times. They've picked in the top 5 once. This team, they joke, there's no way an actual fan of the Red Wings believes, they joke about tanking for McKenna, and right now, I mean, there's a whole debate whether McKenna's even first overall come to year's end. It's actually kind of a James Hagan situation, oddly enough, although McKenna's hype was way higher than Hagan's was. I'm going to keep getting distracted. That fan base jokes about tanking for McKenna. They're not getting the first overall pick. Never. There's something in the universe, something the gods are angry about. I don't know what it is. But they have said, we will screw this team in the draft every single time. Now, yeah, you've had a dozen, 6, 7, 8 overall picks. But not a dozen, but a bunch of them. So you should still be, finding good talent there. And they have. There's some really great players that they've gotten from these picks. Lucas Raymond is an absolute stud. Sider is awesome, but Edvinson's great. So they're fine. Their youth does look like it's going to be really good. But they don't get the first, second, or third pick. They just never do. They've gotten the 4th once of the past decade, and other than that, it's been 6th or farther back. They've fallen back in multiple drafts. It's just Red Wings fans watching this are like, yeah, dude, we know. Thanks for the reminder about all of this. But it has been, as far as like tanking goes, kind of the worst case scenario over and over for them as far as draft luck goes, where the ping pong balls fall. So I just, at a certain point, kind of like have a soft spot for wanting them to succeed. It is really funny to me that they're not succeeding, and I like to rag on Yzerman. I've been told that joke's getting old, which I agree, but maybe he should have a winning hockey team to get me to stop. Maybe that should happen. All right, let's talk about this Red Wings team a little bit. This is the first of 4 meetings with them this year. They are 12th on the power play, 19th on the penalty kill, 22nd in goals for, and 26th in goals allowed. Their goaltending duo of Talbot and Gibson have combined for an .871 save percentage and a 3.44 goals allowed average. And yet, the yeast is so awkward that they are very much still in it, just like the Bruins are. But they are healthier than the Bruins. By a lot. The Red Wings started the year well enough, and even had some people thinking they'd kind of turn the corner, but the recent stretch of 4-5-1 has put a damper on that. The exciting news for Wings fans, though, is the underlying numbers actually look pretty good. They rank 6th in the league, according to Natural Stat Trick, in expected goals for percentage at all strengths, meaning we're including power play, penalty kill, and even strength, with 53.18%. That's 6th in the league. They rank 5th in high danger chances for and 8th in high danger chances percentage with 52.3%. A bounce back seems somewhat inevitable from a bad stretch of games that they've just had. What's really holding them back here, though, is they have the 5th worst shooting percentage in the league, something that you would expect to start working back towards the mean, especially with all the talent they have on that team. And they have the 3rd worst save percentage league-wide. That's something that fluctuates a lot, and you definitely can't guarantee that it's going to come back towards the middle. They've allowed 10 more goals than expected and scored 13 less than expected, again, according to Natural Stat Trick. That's where all of these stats are coming from. All the underlying analytics are fun because they say, hey, this team, it should actually be pretty good. Just wait it out. You'll get better. But they do need to start making good on that. And they need to, I would say soon. They should do that soon to avoid an instance where maybe some teams start to get their shit together and start widening this gap. Many teams, Bruins included, are really counting on that not happening yet so that things can, I don't know, get healthier or their game can come back together. What might help this team is a goaltending upgrade, which Red Wings fans watching this will currently be mocking me going, what might help is a goaltending shit. No shit, idiot. I get it. I do get it. Because Gibson ranks 5th worst in the league with 7.2 goals allowed above expected at 5-on-5. Talbot is 17th worst with 3.73 allowed above expected, again, at even strength. At all strengths, it gets a lot worse for Gibson, with over 10 goals allowed above expected. Talbot stays steady at around 3.5, so pretty similar to what his even strength stuff is. Fun fact about the Red Wings goaltender situation is in the past 5 years, the Red Wings have signed 5 goalies for deals above $1 million. I took out all the ones that were under $1 million because most of those were backups, and some of these are kind of backups as well. But Thomas Greiss, Alex Nedeljkovic, Ville Husso, James Reimer, and Cam Talbot. Now, some of those signings came after trading for the player in the first place, so extra assets were given up. They also traded for 2 other goaltenders. Alexander Gage, I don't remember him at all, so forgive me on that one. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. And, of course, John Gibson. They've also drafted 6 goalies through that time frame. They're working on it, okay? They're trying. They are. Okay, so what's far funnier than any of that, though, is the Bruins lineup. These are the lines for today's game. Steves, Lindholm, Elias Lindholm, Geeky, Middlestat, Zaka, Huznadinov, Janot, Minton, Kostelek, Viel, Corelli, Asimont, Zadorov, Aspero, Lindholm, Peak, Callahan, Lorai, Swayman. They benched Merkulov after basically 7 minutes on the ice or whatever. What was the point? Immediately they pushed him out of the lineup. And yes, I know, last video I was like, I did not notice him at all. We talked about other call-up options, things like that. We've also said over and over, like, this guy needs... you can't just give them 8 minutes on the ice and be like, okay, you got to allow them a little bit of time to work through it. So frustrated. And Merkulov, I'm sure, is sitting there like, why did I re-sign with these fucking people? I feel bad for him, honestly. And I feel bad for Liesel and a couple other guys, but I just don't get it. I don't get the strategy there. Either way, VL gets moved back into the lineup. Steves gets moved back up to the top line, which is fine. Steves has been just an awesome soldier for this team, really. Callahan, obviously recalled and will play. He's in the lineup tonight. We do have more injury updates. Pasta is continuing to be day-to-day, but Sturm does not believe it to be a long-term thing. Zaka was a game-time decision. He did play, but he's still clearly dealing with something. Yoki Haru has been added to IR. RV, McAvoy, Harris, and Blumel all remain out without a clear return date, although RV and McAvoy are on the ice. We just don't know how soon they'll be ready. So, just to throw this back out there, our franchise right wing, a top 6 guy is banged up but playing. 3 of our defensemen, including our franchise right D, and then 1 other top 6 guy is out. So, oh yeah, and then Blumel, but Blumel doesn't really count because he wouldn't be in the lineup if it was fully healthy anyway. It's just a real lackluster squad, and we can say, and I've said this the whole time, we can say next man up and we can mean it, but 2 things can be true at once. It is next man up. You can't let this get to you. You have to do your job. But if you're really expecting to win too many games like this, let's be honest, are you expecting to come out with a W most nights with this roster? I don't think so. Like, the excuses are massive, and any win you can get while icing this team, huge right now. Huge, because I want to stay in the playoff picture. I am getting the comments and seeing the comments that some people just like, is this good for the franchise? Is this good for the team? Guys, I just cannot condone a full strip down anymore. And like, yes, if this year just plummeted and at the trade deadline we had to do the same thing we do last year, absolutely, I get it. And I would rather we start losing at that point. But if we have a chance to get into the playoffs, I'm taking it. I'm just taking it every time at this point. I have watched Detroit fumble fuck around for a decade. Buffalo. The Senators were awful for like 8 years. Montreal's the one who did it the fastest, and they did it in like 4 years. It's a long process to rebuild, and many teams are taking up to a decade to do it. It's brutal out here in the parity era, and hockey is really hard to judge prospects. See Seattle letting Geeky walk. I had someone try to argue with me. I actually never responded to them, but they said that the Marchand trade was worse than Seattle letting Geeky walk for nothing because they wouldn't qualify him for his $2 million qualifying offer. Like, sure, no one knew he would turn into this, but he did turn into this. So that is absolutely worse than trading Marchand for a first-round pick to a destination he wanted to go to because he wasn't going to get a 6-year deal with us, which was extremely reasonable to not give him. I don't know. A lot of people are still very bitter about the Marchand trade, and I'm not even telling you you're wrong. Everyone fans their own way. But I am not bitter about the Marchand trade. That trade made a lot of sense, especially when more stories came out and you're like, oh, they couldn't find middle ground? Oh, he wanted how much money for how many years? Oh, we sent him where he wanted to go and got a conditional first out of it? Sure, that very easily could have been like a Taylor Hall situation where we traded him for virtually nothing. So we'll take it. We'll take it is all I'm saying. I shouldn't go back into. I'm wearing Marchand right now. Hell yeah, brother. I got no ill will to Marshy. Let's talk about this game, shall we? Puck drops. Puck drops! And the first period was terrible. Terrible. It was terrible. It's awful. Nothing happened except for the last 30 seconds. 4:20 in. Astro's going to go for tripping. We're going to the penalty kill. We kill it. 8:57 left. Larkin tries to split the defense. Zadorov takes him down. Holding. We're going to the penalty kill. We kill that one too. Double thanks to Swayman for stopping a breakaway during that one. 6 minutes left. Geeky gets a long pass for the breakaway, but he can't beat Talbot glove side. 30 seconds left. Kostelic and Sider get into it behind the play. Kostelic beats this man just brutally. Like, burn the tape, Sider. Burn the tape. He hits him square across the chin, like multiple times. But the last one just buckles the guy. It's brutal. Awesome, but brutal. And Seider, I'm such a softie. I know that. Seider goes down. He gets back up. He goes down the tunnel. And I'm like, okay, maybe. And then maybe he's fine. It's just like the end of the period. And then he doesn't come back out for the beginning of the second period. And I feel so bad because I'm like, did he just get concussed? Like, yes, we like the fights, but I want these guys on the ice, and the Red Wings don't deserve that, man. It was a great fight, though. And Seider does come back, so I don't have to feel guilty about anything. There is going to be a penalty on Sherratt at the end of the first for hooking on VL, so we're going to start the second period with a power play. It's not a terrible power play, but we just aren't able to capitalize on it, so no dice there. The Bruins end up continuing the pressure for a few more shifts after that power play, and 4:35 in, the Bruins get the puck deep and are battling the blocker side corner. The puck gets bounced out to the back of the net where Sherratt collects, but here comes Steves. He's barreling in. He forces a quick and somewhat bad pass. I don't think it's a bad play here. Sherratt had one option. He collected that puck. Here comes Steves. This has to go up the wall and hopefully get out. Hampus comes in, intercepts that easily on the wall, and he's going to make a play to send it on net, and Geeky is camped out right there, and he tips this low hard shot blocker side, and it's 1-0. It's a perfect tip. So I think we'll give him a little Geekaroonie and cheese. All right, shout out Jake. He wanted me to do that, and I agree. A Geekaroonie? I don't know. We'll workshop that, but pretty solid, man. Geeky just keeps doing his thing, and he keeps scoring in a variety of ways, which is really blowing my brain. The electric meatball is short-circuiting every time he does it in a new way, because he's got a wicked wrister, his slap shot's lethal, he's now tipping pucks at a Pavelski level. This guy's doing it all. His confidence is sky high. Dick hanging down to his knees. Good for him. Good for him! Sherratt leaves shortly after that play and down the tunnel. He would return later in the game as well, but the back end for the Red Wings are getting bruised up. 7:16 in, Hampus for interference. This is another blatant penalty taken by Hampus. I don't know what's up with him lately, but he's taken a lot of those. We're going to go to penalty kill. Swayman kills this one. He does. Third period. I think we all had a feeling that the likelihood of a shutout was low, right? We all kind of were like a little nervous about how this was going to go. 4:39 in, Lohrei with a really dumb pass on the blue line. It's an easy turnover interception by the Red Wings. And the 2-on-1 begins. Finney is going to keep this puck down the left side, fires it from the circle. Swayman swallows it up. Swayman was locked in. 30 seconds later, Compher gets a contested breakaway in on Swayman. Against Swayman, tracks it horizontally, makes a stop across the crease. And we're going to keep this one a 1-0 lead. Everyone calm down. Stop relying on your damn goaltender. Make some defensive plays. 6:38 in. Swayman's already bailed the boys out a few times. He can't do it the whole game. And who's Nadinov? Who, unfortunately, I was really waiting for him to have like a play in this game. And this was his play. It was really bad. He intercepts a puck in the defensive zone. About, I don't know, let's call it 6 feet from the blue line, right? Intercepts this. This should be cleared 10 out of 10 times. You should be able to, you have enough time, enough space, you should be able to get this out 10 out of 10 times. And so all the Bruins see that he intercepts his puck and pivot. They don't even move off their targets much. But we're talking probably 2 full seconds of difference in coverage here. Because Huzanidov quickly backhands it to the blue line right to Finney. It's just a pass to him. And so now the Bruins aren't defensively in position to cover anyone because the Red Wings didn't stop playing and the Bruins didn't either. Their objective just changed because they had an easy clear. It was time to go up ice. Finney is going to work this across to Larkin, who's on the right side of the top of the slot. And Larkin has Raymond skating across kind of the bottom of the blocker side circle. He fires a hard, low shot that Raymond is able to tip blocker side. It's 1-1. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. It will get a little more brutal than that, though. Directly off the next faceoff, Jeannot slams Sandin Paleka, and he goes down the tunnel. So we're just taking out defensemen left and right. 7:24 in. I don't actually have an update for him. I don't know if he returned to the game or not. I hope he did. I hope he's all right. 7:24 in. Kostelic and Sherratt are locked up by the bench. Both will go for roughing. 4v4 for 2 minutes. 5:48 left. Sherratt for high sticking on Steves. We're going to power play. And it's perfect. It's perfect. There's 27 seconds into the power play. The Bruins are in the neutral zone. Hampus passes to Elias on the glove side of the blue line. He's going to take the zone, and for some reason, the Red Wings are leaving the top slot wide open. Quick pass to Middlestat. Middlestat is going to get enclosed on immediately, so he just spins and fires this over to Geekie. This is not tape to tape. This is not an easy pass to shoot off of. And it's certainly not one that you should be able to hammer your entire guts into. Somehow, even though it's ahead of him, Geekie's able to kind of stride forward a little bit and sends an absolute rocket top glove. And it's 2-1. And I'm short-circuiting. I'm telling you, I don't get it. How does he keep doing this? I want to believe. I want to buy a Geekie jersey. But I'm worried about jinxing all of it. I tweeted that I should buy a jersey and people freaked out at me. And they're right. I'll have to figure this out. I will have to figure this out. Geekie's a stud, though. He sucks. Remember, he sucks. But he's a stud. Power play goal. Once again, he ties Nathan MacKinnon for the league lead in goals. And I swear, McKinnon's getting pissed off about it. There's no way McKinnon's not a little bit like, Morgan Geekie, fuck you. Like, this is my heart. This is my Rocket Richard. Leave me alone. Get out of here. 5:56 left. Pasta's going to go. Sorry, 5:58 left. Peak is going to go for tripping. We're going to penalty again. We kill it. The special teams as a whole. Excellent. It's so much better than last year. Oh my God, so much better. 1:54 left. After the Bruins failed multiple chances at an empty net, including Steves missing the net backhander. It was contested. It was a hard shot. It was from a distance. I get it. But more importantly, who set him up for that? Morgan Geekie, who is on our half of the neutral zone, but with a clear lane to the open net and time to shoot it. Buddy, you're on a hat trick watch. Just shoot that puck. I get it. He made a play because if he missed, it was icing going back in our zone and no one gets to change. And it looked like he had Steves, who had been great all game and has been doing everything you can ask with the guy. Like, that's a teammate that goes, this is not only the right decision for our team and the winning odds, but it's the right decision for my boy. Unfortunately, after all of those missed chances, the Red Wings are going to come back into our zone, this time along the blocker side wall. Both Hampus and Peak commit to this. Hampus realizes too late and trips as he tries to intercept a perfect pass from that corner down to Kane, who's going to be at the bottom of the glove side circle. So it's a long diagonal pass to him. And somehow during this play, Peak, who also committed to that side, allows Rasmussen to skate right friggin' by him for a backdoor tap-in with 1:54 left on the clock. Guys, what the hell is that? I don't want to talk. You should never go in a shell. When there's 2 minutes left and you're up by a goal, maybe prioritize not allowing a backdoor tap-in that your goaltender, who's been stellar, by the way, had no chance of stopping. That was awful. And Peak is my biggest issue on that one. I didn't love Hampus's play either, but Peak, you can't let him just skate right by you. With the way Swayman's playing, you let those guys shoot from anywhere as long as it's not a fucking backdoor tap-in or a cross-slot one-timer. Prevent those, every other shot. Let Swayman see it and do his job. That was really annoying. And it would just... If we had lost this game, giving away points like that, this team just can't afford it right now. They just can't afford it right now. We're going to go to overtime. We do take a penalty in overtime. DeBrincat dives. Yes, I agree with Brick. It was a dive, but it also was a penalty at the same time. So it is what it is. So Elias trips him up at one point, or hooks him. And so we're going to have to kill that during the overtime, which we do. And then we go to the shootout. And Raymond gets stopped. And Middlestat scores. It's filthy. Go look up the highlight. And then Kane gets stopped. And then Geeky gets stopped. And then DeBrincat gets stopped. Swayman stops all 3 shooters. Middlestat scores in the first turn for the Bruins. It shuts the door on them. And we get the 2 points. They get the 1. It's a huge 2 points. I don't care, regulation, overtime, shootout. I don't care. It's a huge 2 points. And the Bruins need it. And a couple of game notes are all positive here. First of all, Kostelic is a terrifying human being. He tried to fight 4 people in this game. He successfully fought 1.5. I don't know how many of you guys have been in a fight. And I know hockey players, different breed. Fights aren't necessarily fun, even if you win them. Like, you don't feel great after a fight. You usually don't. Some people do. They're animals. But they're cool. I've been in too many fights. You win some, you lose some. You don't feel good about it. This guy wanted to fight 4 guys in basically a 3-hour span. He's a terrifying human being. That's all I'm saying. I love having him on our team. I really do. That Omar trade, as much as I still don't think it was a good trade, even if it makes sense when you can't pay $16 million for 2 goaltenders, I love having Kostelic on the team. I just love it. I'm so glad that he's a Bruin. Steve's also super glad we made that signing because he has played a really pivotal role up and down the lineup for this team at a time where we really needed someone to step in and just be good. He hasn't been a world beater, but he hasn't been bad. And he hasn't been decent. He's been good. And that goes a long way for this team right now. Steve's is going to be incredibly difficult to move out of the lineup, and he won't get moved out of the lineup because I'm super happy having him on the 4th line. He's a very rare player that you can put up in that top 6, and he's going to be serviceable, which he has been, but he doesn't belong in the top 6. I don't think anyone's really going to make that argument for him, and I don't think he even is going to sit there and be like, oh, this is bullshit. Why are you moving me down the lineup? He understands that he's a utility guy who is there to have energy, to have presence, and to make the right play. And that's what he's been doing. The signing was overshadowed by Blue Mel, or at least in my case it was, because I was really excited about the Blue Mel signing. I chose the wrong side of the coin here. And I'm still hoping that Blue Mel can recover from his injury and have a better showing at the NHL level when he goes back. Certainly better than he had in the few games he played with us. But Steves deserves so much credit. And I am wildly impressed by him. I've said it in most videos, wildly impressed. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Any points we can get right now are crucial. Swayman, until he starts looking burnt out, lion's share, man. He's got to keep playing. He's bouncing back this year in a huge way. And let's not pretend that this structure has allowed him to rack up wins easily, because it has not. Do I think the Bruins structure is better than last year? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. I think Zadorov is playing a whole different level of defensive game. I think when healthy, Hampus and McAvoy have been highs and lows, but have been good. Yoki Haru, Peak, they've been fine. Lorai's been up and down. Honestly, Peak and Yoki Haru and McAvoy have all been up and down too. But it's really Zadorov and Hampus. But even lately, Hampus has been up and down. So Zadorov has been our steady guy. But Swayman is every game saving, at least analytically, saving multiple goals above expected. He, depending on the site you use, leads the league in goals saved above expected, or is within the top 5 in virtually every metric beyond that. He's been awesome in a huge way. Ride Swayman. Until he looks like he needs a break, you ride him. Also, to everyone being like, Geeky and Swayman should go to the Olympics. I know they should. I know they deserve it. I don't want them to go. I feel like one of those selfish asshole billionaire owners who's like, I don't want my assets getting injured and then it ruining my money. I don't want my assets getting injured and ruining my team's success. I don't want them to go and get hurt. I know that's selfish. They deserve to go. They will go. But maybe we could quiet down just a little bit, because maybe if they get snubbed, they stay healthy and this team can make a real push. I know that's super selfish. I only kind of mean it. I'm not a great human being. I get it. Go Bees. Go Bees! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video and joining me as we experience this crazy Bruins season together. The names popping up on your screen now are from the top line tier and the all-star tier of the YouTube membership program for this YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who help support the channel so that we can do more fun things, and I am always open to more ideas of how I can help give back to those who support the channel. At the end of the day, this channel is always going to be about the community, and I want to continue to grow that way, so please always feel free to reach out with new ideas and fun ways we can expand on this, or if you just need someone to talk to, I'm always here for you guys. Thank you all for your support, and as always, go Bees!